The Elddis Affinity range launched in 2013 and it won our Tourer of the Year in its very first year of existence. No mean feat, so we know it's always been popular with buyers as well as reviewers. Now for 2018 the range goes forward with 4 models compared with last year's 5. There have been significant changes though, none the least on the inside of this particular vehicle, the 574. But first let me just mention there's a brand new back panel, a new front panel and a new gas locker. Now Affinity is a mid-market range and this 574 is an out-and-out couples van. There are twin fixed single beds at the rear and another 2 up here in the parallel lounge seating, all very agreeable, as is the new soft furnishing scheme for this year. Now I don't think it's going to hide the dirt particularly well if you do have people of a younger persuasion, but for most couples in use it's going to be absolutely fine. The centre chest is a fairly standard kind of thing that you see. You can also change it for the U-shaped lounge option if you so prefer. You've also got the skylight above the main window there, and right up above the Stargazer roof light, which is an absolutely fantastic innovation that does exactly what it says on the tin. Now Affinity's kitchen spec is pretty good all round. Look under here and you have 1 electric hot plate and 3 gas burners. And that's on top of a separate oven and grill. But if you can't be bothered with that kind of cooking, then the fallback option is thoughtfully provided. Yes, the microwave oven right up here. And behind me there's a 110 litre fridge, so the kitchen has everything close at hand. Storage wise it's pretty good too. The overhead lockers pass the cereal box test. You have 4 drawers down here, and in this handy cupboard just next to the sink you have more storage, plus it's where you retrieve the table for the lounge. Now it is quite a cosy lounge, but you will still be able to get 4 people around the table. But if you don't fancy something quite as formal as that, then obviously you have the fallback option of the handy table for elevensies and afternoon tea, all very civilised. And talking about civility, the Audi wet central heating will certainly keep this space and the rest of the van very warm and toasty in all conditions. Now of course you can hook up a TV and have it here on the front shelf. The connections are in the far corner, and once you've done that and you want to kick back and relax, then keep those prying eyes at bay with these high quality cassette blinds. Now earlier on I mentioned that there'd been one major change to the 574's floor plan for 2018, and here it is. The washroom has actually moved from the back of the van to the midships. What's the advantage of that, you may ask? Simple. If you have guests staying in the front lounge, then they don't have to get past you sleeping at the back to get to the end washroom, because this space can be fully self-contained and very easily too. The door to the loo here latches open to partition the front of the van, and there's another sliding door here, so if you just excuse me. Now there's another partition going on in this washroom as well, and that's because it's split across the van. The shower is on the near side, a fully lined unit that's kept well away from the loo and vanity unit on the other, so there's absolutely no risk of any water contacting the wallboard. The vanity unit is very well appointed. There's a corner sink, which is a very contemporary look and feel, a swivel loo and a towel warming radiator. Now the main draw of the Affinity 574 of course are the fixed twin single beds. Now I haven't seen the technical drawings for this particular model, but earlier on I had a sneaky lie down and I estimate these beds to be in the region of 6'1" to 6'2", so pretty good for all applications. There's illumination for reading at night times, but should you decide to have a sneaky sleep during the day, there's plenty of illumination too, thanks to the side windows and the roof light up above, and obviously they can all be blanked out with the pleated cassette blinds here on the sides. Storage in the bedroom is very impressive as well. There's seemingly no end of overhead lockers and unrestricted storage in these bed boxes. Plus on the near side you can also load items through the hatch in and out of the van. Now I have to say that the 2018 Affinity is looking very sharp, in no small part to its new Figaro in Dove soft furnishings. Now the 574, I think the change of the washroom position makes all the difference and definitely gives it a USP. I haven't seen the prices and weights for these models for 2018 yet though, but last year's 574 was 1450 kilograms MTPLM with 151 kilogram user payload. So I'm not really sure there's any reason to suspect it's going to be massively different from that. And I also forgot to mention that Elldis's caravans are manufactured using the solid body shell construction. So as you can see, this is one particular range that could have a real affinity with longevity.